Hello and welcome to my channel, AB Make It Artwork, where we do what we do to make that artwork for you. And as you can see, this is another installment of the ZomBabes series, and in this episode I will be working on my witchy character, design number 7? Yeah. And it was at first the third most voted for, but then someone voted for 6, so it became the fourth most voted for. So that's why you have it in this order. Anyways, in this episode, I'm going to be talking about the character because I have actually developed this character more than the other characters, and the coloring process and what my hits and misses were. Like, heck yeahs and no heck no's. Other than that, let's get on with it. This character's name is Widowmier Nightshade. I know Nightshade kind of sounds cliche, but I like it. And she is a witch, part of a three-witch coven known as the Daughters of Darkness. And they all have experience with black magic. Widowmier likes to experiment more with death magic, poisons, and dabbles in necromancy. And it is considered in the world of ZomBabes that she may be the reason why the zombie plague or the zombie outbreak occurred, that she may have been playing too much with her necromancy, and this may be why legions of undead have started to rise again. At least it's speculation, no one can confirm or deny it. There's no exact known information about any of the Daughters of Darkness. Daughters of Darkness. I swear I know how to talk. I just get excited when I start speaking too fast. No one knows a lot about the Daughters of Darkness, except that they are a three-witch coven, and their names, and only small bits of folklore about them. And although I have a name for her, I have a general idea of her kind of personality. Don't know if I mentioned that she does poison magic, death magic. I know I mentioned necromancy, that these are her fields of expertise as far as black magic and curses go. And I don't want to give her any particular signs, except I want her moon sign to be new moon, which, as you probably know, is the absence of light from the moon. Or maybe you didn't, I don't know. And I had a lot of struggles with trying to get the skin to look like it had a green glow on it. Like in my concept, it was easy to draw green glowing on her skin, but when trying to actually utilize that with markers, I ended up overworking the colors, going crazy with oversaturating her, and for a while she looked a bit Oompa Loompa-ish because she was way too orange and dark. Right now you can see I am working on her dress and the sleeves, and you may be wondering why I went with the color choices I went with as far as the dress goes, because I used I think it was navy blue, dark purple, and violet, and it was in the order of navy blue, violet, dark purple, and then I think I used like dark forest green. I don't know, I'll have the markers listed at the end of the video in the end credit sequence. And just having those colors together may look a bit icky, but you're gonna watch some magic happen with the dark umber. Yep, I wanted to try to make a black that wasn't just the black ink because I was like, that's not very dimensional. Like, yes, she has a lot of black coloring to her attire, but I want something that can transition into other colors because her sleeves also have this kind of orange, crimson, well, actually crimson's a purple red, scarlet look to it. And I couldn't use scarlet because it was too red, but I did find an orange that was just red enough. So that's what I went with, well, why I went with doing those random mash of colors in order to do the dress because not only that, with the green patches, if I went over it with the canary yellow, it gave that look of a mysterious glow casting on her clothes without taking away from the image that she's still wearing a lot of black. And I was happy about that. But back to that skin, I got so mad with myself because I went in with this one color that I don't think I'll be listing in the end credits. And I was like, this is too much green. So I went in with my Prismacolor pencils to kind of get the skin tone to be a little lighter, brighten up the piece, because I didn't want her to be Oompa Loompa colored. I didn't want her skin to be orange. I did want it to be like an extreme light source. And so I went in with my Prismacolors, my cream, my light peach, and my peach. And I think it was apple green that I'm using as far as the greens go. And then I went with the regular peach, or maybe I said that, I'm being redundant. And I used those to correct the skin tone, and I think it helped it so much because it took away from like that look of, like, look at that. She doesn't look like an Oompa Loompa, she looks like a person with skin. And those parts where it looked a bit too orange now look kind of rosy in color due to that use of the Prismacolor pencils. And here's another one of purple. Yeah, I liked using the Prismacolor pencils for the lips because it was going to give me that fine line and detail for the colors. Now you can see I'm using LV2? No, wait, LV1 I think, over True Blue to get the right color for me. For the hair, I did a couple of experiments to try to figure out what colors would work best to try to do this piece. This is LV2 going in to darken it, and no wait, maybe I was using LV2 the entire time. I know I put some violet in some parts. I tried using the green for a little bit, but I was like, that's not green enough. So I went in with the canary yellow on some of the parts that I didn't use the purple at to give that glow. I decided this is looking too blue, I need more purple. Here's PL2. Yeah, pink lavender? I think that's what the P and the L stand for. I don't know, Spectrum Noir has an interesting way with marking their markers to say this is this color, this is that color. But yeah, my favorite things about working on this piece was working on the dress, figuring out the colors that would work best to create black or the illusion of black without actually using black to make it too dark and flat. And the hardest part was the skin. Oh my lordy, that skin. But I fixed that with pencils, as you know, and so I ended up saving my piece and not having to redo it. Another thing I regretted was adding a stem to the skull glass. So I covered it up with the colors that made the black, and I really thought that was like an interesting touch. Like, I probably should have just gone with the skull and just the skull. But I like that little touch of the black base, like this is really dark magic that she's playing with. Because it's like a hobby for her. She's been alive for so long, she really could care less, which is why she thinks it's so fun. Kind of like why Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty doesn't care about killing or analyzing his feelings, because he's like, I got stuff to do. When you got infinite options, you just roll with it. And so playing and toying with life and death magic is kind of just like second nature and more like a hobby that she's really into. So other than that, you can find me on my Instagram, and I will have that as the first comment pinned in the comment section. You can find me on Pinterest. I also have an email where you can send me comment, questions, or suggestions for future videos, or just to ask me about the ZomBabes, and maybe even just tell me which one you like. Or just leave that in the comment section below. Like, send me questions like, what's this character like to do? What do you think? What do you guys think their name should be? If you have suggestions for names, put them in the comment section. Doesn't hurt to show a little extra love. If you want to stay for more sketchy content, subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell to know when I update you guys, because I've been doing this kind of on a daily. And give this a thumbs up. Show me some love. Share the love. because your support helps show me that doing what I do to make that artwork for you is great. So, as always, make sure to do what you do to make that artwork for you, and have a wonderful day. Lots of love. Bye.